Hello, my brothers and sisters on the Dragon's Path. My name is Tim Heije and I believe in dragons. And this is my favorite forest where I can be alone with my dragon. All alone. And undisturbed. This is actually a place where I often do rituals before an altar, but this altar is just one time and then I take it along with me. But there is so much energy inside of this forest and I just call it home. And here I do a lot of things with my dragon. I now know that I can feel the dragon, and that there were times that I didn't actually know if it was the dragon or not. In the beginning of my path, the first time that I felt my dragon, it was sure. I knew it who it was. It was a dragon, and it has an immediate connection with me. But even then, I just wanted to reject it because I felt that I was unworthy until the dragon took me along inside of their path, that I had to live here 5 months like a zombie and then came back as going through 5 gates, and yeah, it's changed. Everything was changed. I was changed forever. But when I came back, I didn't really knew when the dragon was touching me or doing something with me. I didn't really knew that. It was just out of experience that I knew that it was my dragon and the dragon was with me. When the dragon has a lot of emotions, and the dragon also shows this to us. Not only in a telepathic way that you can feel their emotions, but also in a physical way. They can often do things like touching you. It's like when you say, "Oh, what the hell was that?" and then it was actually your dragon that wants to touch you on your body. But I know that you already had that. I just know that dragons are so strong that they can sometimes do it. There can be spirits like that also can be very, very powerful to do something like that. But most of the time, it's the dragon that is lying by your side. I mean, so actually, no spirits are allowed around you. Only them. Only your dragon or dragons. And yeah, in the beginning it was very, very strange because the dragon showed himself so obvious in front of me, touched me all the time, and then when I came back, it was like, is it the dragon or is it something else? Um, Later on, I knew it was the dragon. Later, with the help of a witch that gave me my pendant, I was training myself into feeling the dragon, into know what they want and what they want to say. But in the beginning, it was not it was not at all obvious to know what the dragon wants. What does the dragon want? That is something that we all want to know because we don't want to um, uh, I mean, disappoint the dragon. We don't want that. That is the last thing we want. Or lose the dragon. That is even worse. That is a biggest fear that we can all have. And sometimes we feel that the dragon is actually a bit more gone, but that is not because the dragon wants that. That is because nature wants that. Nature itself. Then, of course, you can ask a bit of help with your dragon god, whoever your dragon god is, to open up the gates so that you can be more with the dragon. And the opener the gates, the more you can know what the dragon wants. And the dragon can want very strange things, things that a human never thinks about. Um, and that is when I knew that the dragon is not at all human. They want things that humans just don't do. I'm not going to say that to you because this is very personal. And the dragons want very different things also, not only the same thing. It's sometimes like friends are, or in a relationship, it's just a normal relationship but with strange things. And later on it's not that strange anymore because you know the dragon so darn well, so much that whenever the dragon is with you and they want to do things, they want to say things, they want to acknowledge things, I mean, you will know eventually. But in the beginning it's very, very not that loud. It's very silent. You don't know that much about it. I know it can be very complex and also very difficult to know what the dragon wants. But in that case, I recommend meditation. I recommend to be quiet for just a moment and to listen what the dragon has to say inside of your mind, or maybe even whispers. I know that dragons sometimes can whisper. They are so strong that they can go through these gates, and with their voice they can go through it. Of course, they don't have a dragon. They don't have a human tongue. They have a dragon tongue, but this is immediately translated inside of our mind. Our mind is part draconic. Whatever the dragon is saying to you in a telepathic way, they will you will know. You will know what the dragon has to say, and that comes within later on. Later on, of course, I was lucky enough to have someone that my friend, my witch friend, that was sensing my dragon and also the energy within. That she a bit trained me. She actually knew what it was. So in fact, um, to continue later on, I started to know what it was. And later on, I did it by myself because she went away. My friend went away, so I just had to do it by myself. And just by myself, that is not that bad because she eventually didn't know the dragon, and so I had to do it myself. But it's only by yourself that you can discover yourself, because she didn't know about me. She only knew about the energy, but didn't know what I was or who I am or who the dragon is. So I had to learn from myself. And by learning by myself, I also learned what the deal was with the dragon and what the dragon wanted, what they actually desired from me. I mean, there was more than one. There is my guardian, but you also have the gods, and you also have the dragons that come through it. Also the other entities that come through it, that are also dragons, because I only open gates for them and not other entities, even though the other entities can sometimes be attracted to it and sometimes they can go through it, but most of the time this doesn't take long. So I had to do it by myself, and by doing it by myself, but in the beginning I was very lucky to know the basics of it, to know the basics of recognizing a spirit that is not human. And I was lucky enough, but later on I had to do it by myself, and by doing this by myself, with knowing the basics of it, that I know now when the dragon comes and when they want attention, because I sometimes ignored this, and I am not I just don't want to ignore them. But back in the day, I didn't know that I was ignoring them. Now I know, and I'm very happy for that, to know when the dragon wants my attention. Sometimes the dragon wants your attention as well, but sometimes you just don't know. So a bit of meditation maybe. So be quiet for a moment, and then you will realize when the dragon needs you, when the dragon is doing something to you. You will feel it, you will experience it later on, but you have to want it. Your desire is the key to everything. My brothers and sisters, be blessed.